Alright, so I'm making a video real quick because I really want to give clarity on liquidity, because honestly that is the most important thing in trading. So like all these concepts don't tell you really nothing. Liquidity is really what's at. So I really just making this video to get clarity basically. So let me just draw something, right? Alright, let's say to the left we have highs and stuff, and then, you know, whatever, stuff like that. Now every single one of these is liquidity. Every single high you see is, in theory, textbook wise, liquidity. Alright, the thing you really want to understand about this is how we take out the liquidity. Number one, let me not say number one, I forgot number two, but you really want to look at how we take out the liquidity and what do we do, right? So we all know this liquidity, and this is actually good high probability liquidity. And how you understand high probability liquidity is you honestly just use it from experience, just marking out highs and lows and stuff like that and see how it reacts. My thing is, when you look at liquidity, don't sit here and see a high get taken or a low get taken and expect it to shoot all the way up to the buy side that's freaking a week ago. It's not how it works. It could work like that, but it's really not how I want you to see it. So now with this price action, right, let's just say we go 5 minute, whatever. 5 minute does this. It builds up, number one, and then let's just say it shoots up like this. Now when it shoots up, what I really want you to see is, number one, we did take out liquidity. So textbook wise, this is liquidity taken out, and that's really what you want to look into, because once liquidity gets taken out, that means we are seeking sell side, which is honest, is, like I said, it's very much textbook, bro. Like, they already taught you this stuff. When you take a buy side, you're looking for sell side. Simple as that. No, sell side could be in the form of a fair value gap or just simple lows, whatever. So let's just say we take out this with a lot of speed, right? And then we got something like this on a low time frame. You know, whatever. The only sell side that's going to be high probability to take out is the low time frame one, to be real with you. Yes, in theory, it goes from a buy side to sell side to no. I mean, in theory, I guess you can really say. But the only sell side you want to be looking to take out, and it makes it high probability, is the lower time frame one. So, like, let's see, it goes like that. Whatever. So number one, the speed, we take out the liquidity, because speed means that buyers are induced. And I don't want you to get too caught up on the buyers induced type of thing, like whatever. Just know liquidity is taken to the left. Now we're seeking sell side. Now all we wait for is not a fair value gap, we just simply wait for a shift. After we get that shift, it becomes high probability to take the low. The best probability, actually, to be real with you, this is good probability right here already, but the best one that you really want to look out for is the ones when we take liquidity after taking liquidity. What I mean by that is, you take something from the left right here, and then we proceed to make a low, break structure, take out a high. After we do that, now buyers are absolutely induced, and that's when you really want to start looking for sales, because once we get there right there, it becomes a high probability, to the point the next one is not a bluff and we actually take it out. Seriously, test it, look back, whatever. Or you can actually look for something like this, which is better. And liquidity sweep within the liquidity sweep, the best thing. You can look for it internal wise, so it's like something like this. Boom, B start to chop and stuff like that. Not good actually. Go down, whatever, and we break, and then we start to chop around and stuff, and then boom, we take out liquidity. Now after we take out liquidity, you can I honestly advise you to enter just from right here, right after we take out liquidity, because once we do that, this is a liquidity sweep, but inside liquidity sweep, come on, high probability. Show for your 1 to 3, whatever. Boom, that thing won't even come back. It's gone from there. Once you have liquidity sweep, it's inside liquidity sweep. I know it sounds crazy, but seriously, like, I really want you to look into that stuff. Now I'm gonna try to see if I can get an example real quick. Honestly, I'm not trying to whatever, but it's going to 5 if 1 minute. So see how this thing, okay, perfect. Yeah, perfect. I just talked about this literally. I already had this marked out, but as you see on the 5 minute, it's at swing lows, swing highs, yes, but the more you kind of look into liquidity and you see how we're building up sellers, when we start to build up sellers and with speed as well, it starts to base the liquidity to the left more high probability. So this automatically, even though it's not like equal lows and a best high like this one and this one, this is still liquidity. Definitely when we induce a lot of sellers. So you just want to look at it as a level where sellers, people that's selling, it's gonna get trapped. So nobody's looking at this low to the left, especially the sellers in a low time frame. So once this low gets taken out, that's when you start looking for buys. So already knowing that it's gonna get taken out, whatever. My thing was, I just wanted to see this liquidity gets taken out, and after we take out that liquidity, possibly continue down. Possibly continue down, whatever. Not the best, whatever, but still worked out. Sell side token, and then I seen we had this 5 minute. First I went to 1 minute, and I seen we had this, and I'm like, hold on, if we took out 5 minute, sell side, I want to see 5 minute buy side also taken out. After I seen that, and we had it with speed, boom, right here. On the last time frame, we had a structure break. On the 5 second, I checked. Structure break, and then after that, we had liquidity right here. Yeah, we had just this liquidity. I marked up the high because, to make it more refined, but we had overall this liquidity taken out, especially leaving out these lows. Some buys are induced, sell side taken out, and I'm like, okay, that already makes it very high probability until low time for repeated array, and that's when we kind of just break down. So don't forget, that doesn't mean nothing if we don't have this. You know what I'm saying? If we don't have this doesn't mean nothing. Seriously. Because we had a 5 minute sell side to buy side. Frick! I see. Sell side, buy side seems up, but liquidity is taken out. Now liquidity is taken out, we instantly want to look for sales. And then liquidity is taken out again. Makes sales high probability. Hit something like that, for sure. Now let me see something right here. Let me just show you how easy this is. How simple this is. Liquidity is taken out. Right here. The best form of a reaction will probably be possibly at this high, but at the same time we could get a reaction right here. Let me see. Boom, reaction. Okay, cool. Whatever. We continue. Let me just show you again. What was another high? Right here. Let me see how that goes. Okay, now we take out that with speed. That means buyers are induced. What do we have? We already have a candle reaction. That's good enough. I'm telling you. We combine it with high time frame, we're gonna get good enough. Go on a 5 minute real quick. Go on a 5 minutes. Right. Right. Now, I mean, this is cool. That's cool. But I wanna see, like, yeah, we had a good reaction off that. Boom. Okay, good reactions. Okay, we sweep out. Get this off the screen. We sweep out this low. Not with a lot of speed, but still good reaction. I'm just trying to find a clean one. Like I said, audits are good. We're gonna sweep it a low. Perfect. This is a good reaction actually. Sweep of a low with speed inside of a PD array. I said PD array. POI. It could be a fair ray gap, whatever. This is a high probability of it having a clean reaction. Why? Speed. Cell size. Speed. See that? Perfect. Perfect. Same. I didn't really expect it to have that big of a reaction. All I want is a reaction. That's all I want. I didn't expect it to actually go shoot up like that completely. I expected just a 1 candle good reaction, maybe 2 candles good reaction. But sweep with a POI. After that, what was next? Perfect. This is also very good. Sweep of these highs right here. So sweep of these highs already with speed, buyers induced, and then we have significant liquidity right the frick here. Now honestly, the best is actually right here because we have this huge wick. So sweep of these highs, sweep of those highs. You can already guess what we're gonna do, especially coming into this fair value gap. Already tapping into the fair value gap. Possible sellers get trapped. Okay, sweep, perfect. But let's just say, same stuff. Same stuff. What do we have? Tap into here. Sweep of liquidity once again. Look at the reaction. It's the same old stuff, bro. Good reaction right there. What do we have again? Is that another sweep of liquidity? Another sweep of liquidity. Liquidity. Good reaction. Okay, boom. We come up to extreme. What's going on? Reacting from this POI. Why are we reacting from this POI? Because number one, we took out this liquidity, and then we have speed. Also taking out this liquidity right here. So that means buyers are induced on high time frame. I mean, not high time frame, low time frame. Like I said, don't look into it too crazy. Just learn the concept of just taking out liquidity and buyers, imaginary buyers being induced. It could be just be imaginary, bro. You don't have to really try to guess where all the buyers and the stop losses is at. Please don't. But just know, we take out with speed, more than likely buyers induced on a lower time frame. Boom, into a POI. Now this makes a high probability. Why? Because we already swept liquidity, and this sweeping liquidity, and this sweeping liquidity. Now look, I mean, like, it's really the same stuff all the time. Now sweep liquidity again. Boom. We think liquidity right here. After we swept that high, like, come on, it's all the same stuff. You can get good reactions off this. So let's go back to that real quick. Number one, swept this high already. What I say? Speed. So now this was already significant liquidity being swept. Buyers are automatically already induced. Now after sweeping out this high, what the frick? But yeah, after sweeping out this high with speed, what do you think is the next liquidity point? This right here, the low time frame one. We take out with speed, boom, come right back now. Now hopefully you get that one a little bit, because that one was a little more tricky. I ain't gonna lie to you, because maybe you're not gonna understand why fully we did that. But let's continue. Speed again. Okay, we sweep with speed. Just reaction. That's not the best, but reaction. Perfect. Boom. Continue. Now this, well, my mindset with this one, this is cool. No, this is actually good actually. Sweep liquidity inside POI with speed, sells induce, one reaction, sweep liquidity once again, and that's when go down to 5 seconds just for the fun of it. What can you already expect? I ain't gonna let this kind of choppy up. I'm kind of pushing a little bit. Boom, shoot up right there. hopefully getting this a little bit, because it really does get a little wild. It gets a little wild, but I hope you understand, because number one, sweep up already significant liquidity inside of POI area. We had a reaction. After we had that reaction, we have another sweep of this liquidity already. Like I said, liquidity sweep within liquidity sweep. Makes it already a high probability. Do it with speed again inside of a fair right gap, so sellers are induced. Anybody that's still trying to sell below this low is most likely to be trapped. And when I just show you in the 5 second, huge reaction right there. We even still continue up from there, taking out this ultimate point right here. That's how strong this stuff is. Once you combine it with every single time frame, it really is fractal. Let me show you if I can show you in the day. For the day, 4 hour. It's really fractal. It really is. Now, this stuff can really be your bias, for sure. Let's see. Liquidity right here. Boom. Took out liquidity. A good amount of speed. That wasn't the best speed, but good amount. Sweep out liquidity. What do you think is going to happen? See, the number when you sweep these highs, is it a fair right cap and start trapping sellers? Or we can react off here. Small reaction. Okay. Sweep out the high. Okay. Continue. We automatically inspect some sort of a shift and look for or whatever. Let's continue. Going for again to get a context. We do have this POI right here, this extreme, but I really just want to see it react before there. So now going 15 minute. See what we got. Okay, sweep of liquidity once again with speed. Look at the reaction again. This is perfect. Sweep these highs with speed. That means buyers are induced. Look at the huge reaction we just had. We could have just refined it to a freaking 1 minute. To be real with you, what do we have? Shift in structure right here. Now, shift in structures. I usually like to have 3 consistent candles of the same color. So 1, 2, 3. That's a verified. This could have been 1, but like I see black candle. So 1, 2, black candle, 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3 actually. So yeah, that was good. Boom, right here. Boom. After that, we are at something, whatever. But continue. Alright, let's continue. After sweeping out that liquidity into POI area, what do we have here? I really hope you're getting this down though, for sure. This area, let me see. Building up, building up, building up. Okay, building up some more. Okay, perfect. Okay, continue to build up though. Keep this build up in mind for sure though. I was expecting a sweep of liquidity, but keep this build up in mind for sure. Cause now what we're doing is pretty crazy. Line up, sweep liquidity. Now this is kind of like new type of speed, so I don't really. This is not the craziest. I don't really like. I didn't really do too much research with this, but let me see. Okay, sweep of this liquidity right here. Now what do you think is gonna happen? Anybody that's still trying to sell below this low is more likely to be trapped. If you have a sweep, look, it gets repetitive. I'm being honest. What do we have? A sweep again, and then what? Another reaction. So like sweep of this low, sweep of liquidity within liquidity. Understand it with speed, reaction. Okay, now we have sweep of this liquidity. It's all the same stuff with some speed a little bit, reaction. It's all the same stuff. I hope you know. And like I'm telling you, you don't have to be the smartest person. You don't have to be the most technical stuff person with this stuff. Like you don't have to try to predict every single freaking big spike move. No. All you need is a freaking reaction. And this is what most people fail to get though. Is you just need a reaction. All these concept, order block, freaking breaker and fair value gap, it does all work, but not in the form. But when you are aligned with liquidity, that's when it starts to work the best. That's what we understand. So it's not the concept, it's the liquidity. Freaking, like, people say like, oh, this right here is a ICT block that's supposed to hold and stuff like that. But the reason why it's about to hold, or probably sweep of liquidity with speed, some reaction, sweep of the high, reaction again, boom, just like that. Now this didn't work because of the simple fact that it's just a freaking, what do they call this? It's a block. This is freaking the ICT block. This only worked because, number one, what I say, sweep of liquidity with speed, had a reaction, a sweep of liquidity once again, and then what do we have? Huge reaction. Now I'm going to bed because I'm getting tired.